guys, welcome back. It's Saturday the 8th. It's about 3:15. I did a little bit of stitching this morning, but spent the rest of the day doing some hardcore cleaning. So I think the cleaning's pretty much done. I still have a few more things to hit, but it's good for today. I did put up my spice rack finally and put my bottles in place. I just need to actually put the dye in them. That's going to be a really messy process, so kind of waiting until I get the rest of the bottles now that I know how many will fit. So that is currently right there behind my door. It only holds 12 bottles, and I don't know how much dye will fit into each bottle, so I need to figure out how many colors I have. I finished my row, or my column that I was doing last night on Swirling Peacock. And then this morning, so I finished all that last night, which was about 630 stitches. No, that was 755. And then I filled in the rest of the gold, basically starting in his beak down. So that's the rest of the moon for this column. And I didn't count that yet, but I think that's about 100 stitches. So I still have another couple of rows to finish, which I'm going to work on right now. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Sunday the 9th. It's 11:15-ish in the morning. Got up at like 9, but didn't do anything. Crafty-wise anyway. I am wearing my new shirts. I have my interview tomorrow. I have another interview Tuesday, so we'll see how those go. Little nervous about them, but that's normal. Not as bad as I usually am, which is weird. Yesterday I did finish actually I already showed you guys that yesterday. The rest of the green on Swirling Peacock. So I'm still trying to figure out if I want to do him for the next 1,000 stitches, which is stitch on something we love, or if I want to work on Disneyland Map. Technically I could work on anything I want because I really love all my projects. But since that doesn't start until 10 o'clock tonight, my time, I'm going to stitch on Aurora for the rest of the day. I have some crafts that I need to do that are not stitchy related. I want to make some cards for the teachers I work with currently. And what else did I have? Oh, and then I have a little bit of sewing to do, fix up some clothes and whatnot. One of them's a skirt that I'm going to wear for my interview. My hair's kind of a mess today. So that's going to be my goal for the rest of the day. I decided my cleaning is done, at least for another couple days. Tuesday night, I probably won't be seeing you on Tuesday because we basically so I have my interview Monday, I have my interview Tuesday, and then I'll be going straight from there to pick up my husband so that we can go to Disneyland to see the new Star Wars land. So that'll be fun. But I probably won't be seeing you because I'll be doing probably some filming at Disneyland itself and won't have time to craft anything because our reservation time to get in is like between 8 and midnight. And so I'm going to be super, super tired on Wednesday and hating my life. But I'll have Thursday and Friday off, so it won't be too bad. And then I'll make up whatever I didn't stitch Tuesday on Thursday and Friday since I have those days off, unless I happen to get a job offer and they have training or something those days. So if I get a job with the second company, or the second interview, which is the company I'm at now, I know I won't have anything that day because everybody's supposed to be in Pasadena for a big convention thing that we were exempt from once they closed our site. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys for now. I may run to the craft store later. I might run to Michael's and get some more bottles to fill that up. My dye wall thing. See if they have more, 'cause I bought all they had last time. And I need 7 more bottles to fill it up. But I also need to count how many dye packets I actually have, or I should say how many colors I have, because I might need to purchase another rack. But we'll see. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today, and I will see you maybe later. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back. It is still Sunday. It's about 4:45. I just finished, so I made cards for all the teachers at work. They're just cute little thank you cards. I did different color schemes for everyone. This is a insert. I made 2, and then I wanted to make a little gift for them, so I ran to Joann's because I needed to get gas for my car. $60 later. I only have like 25 miles left. But since I have my interviews tomorrow, I'm not going to have time, and I know I'm not going to wake up early. So I went and did that, and the gas station that I like is right across the street from Joann's. So I got the stuff I needed, came back, and finished the other 3 cards. This is the first one I did. And the green and silver. Actually, this was the first one I did. It's got like a little fold there because I didn't put the stuff on all the way. So what I got, well, first off, I've been wanting to make an apron for a while that I can cook in. Try not to jostle the camera. So I bought what I thought was one. I ended up buying 3. So they're just blank, and I'm going to put stuff on them. And then I went ahead and got some tote bags that aren't giant. These are actually the largest size that they had of the like variety, or not variety pack, but value packs. So there's 3 in each one, so I got 2 sets of those. And then I got some glitter iron-on vinyl. Which is, you can kind of see the light blue, the red, and then there's like a multi-silverish inside. So I got 2 packs of those. I might have only needed 1 pack, but I'll have to see how big I make designs. So I'm going to come up with like a quote that's kind of represents each one. My old receptionist invited us all to breakfast at her house on Friday, so I'll give them to him then. Yeah, so I was making the cards all morning and afternoon, and I might cut out the vinyl later on today, but I probably won't iron it on quite yet. So I think I thought of what I want to say for everybody, but yeah. So now I'm actually going to get some stitching in. So here's my starting point on Aurora. I'll be working down here, continuing down. Her gown will split, and I'm not sure if I get to the split or not. I think I do. But she needs to have 500 stitches put into her, and then all I have to do is watch Goblet of Fire, which I might stitch this and then cut the cricket or cut the vinyl while I'm watching Goblet of Fire. So I can put in a few stitches, and then I'll do the cricket stuff probably then, kind of double dip. And yeah, we'll see where I get to, because that's the only homework, or sorry, not homework, extra credit that I have left. So she's it, and some Goblet of Fire. So we'll see where I get to on that. I may come back and show you once I'm done with her if I finish her tonight. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Monday the 10th. It is 3:30 in the afternoon. I thought I had more time that I would be home, but I just finished eating and now I don't. So I had my interview today, which was the third interview. I think it went okay. It wasn't what I was expecting. The way she made it sound was that I was coming in just to kind of meet everybody and make sure I'm a good fit for the team. But it was a full-on interview with like all the teachers and stuff asking questions. So I found out one of the teachers cross stitches though, so that's kind of cool. And another one plays video games. So it was definitely a, what do you say, like traditional interview, sort of. They asked what I did when I wasn't teaching, and so I had brought up cross-stitching, and I had brought up before that that's why I like to connect with the kids, is because I play video games and stuff too. And so they kept saying, we'll talk about the fun stuff later, but we never actually did. So maybe it was because they were just ready to get out. I was the last person of the day, and so I think they were just wanting to be done. But then I realized on my way home that I was going to pass by Michael's. Totally didn't even think about it. So I stopped off and got, so if you remember, I was at Joann's and I got the Cricut, what do they call this? Glam Squad sampler of iron-on. Well, Michael's selection is so much better, and it was 40% off, so I went ahead and got the Jewels sampler, which is maybe hard to see, but it's purple, blue, and green. I'm going to save the green probably for a Zelda, what's it called, cut out for my apron. And then I got the Moonlight sampler, which is really cool. It is, I won't be able to use the silver, but the dark blue, light blue, and silver. So since these were 40% off, and usually like Cricut never has their products as part of the coupons, I went ahead and picked them up, so I had some extra, well, that way so I had more variety of what I could use, but also that way I just had extra for whenever I wanted to iron something next. So plus I have to decide what I want to do for my bag, because I do have an extra bag. I got more of the bottles, cork top, for my fabric dye wall. I needed 7, they only had 6, but that's fine. And then they did have a much bigger selection of Swarovski crystals, so I did find some black ones, and I think these tiny ones might be good for the eyes on my needle binders. So I'm going to use those. I was able to, or actually these were on sale too, so. And then at Joann's has a coupon today for 40% off your entire purchase, so I was able to use that coupon on the bottles, or it was 40% off your entire regular price purchase, so I was able to use that on the bottles. So everything basically was 40% off, because that was what the Cricut and Swarovski sales were, so. That's cool. My cat's gonna make noise because there's paper on the ground from the bottle. So yeah, I went by there, and then I stopped to get lunch, but then I had to stop at Target as well because my husband wanted me to bring bread home. And not gonna lie, I seriously thought about not going, but it's literally right next to the restaurant I was going to, and I needed creamer anyway, so. He doesn't need to know that though. I was a good wife who went and got him bread. Excuse you. Now she's getting into everything. So I did finish my Aurora, oh, where's my paper at? We'll use this. My Aurora cross stitch homework, no, extra credit. So I finished all of this down here, started the split in her dress. So it's gonna be similar to this side, but it splits the other way. I'm trying to see how this works, like trying to figure out how her cape thing works. So I think it's basically just a hood with like 4 panels like sliced into it, which is interesting because then this splits apart and then you see more of her dress underneath, so weird. But, and I think I had like 488 stitches when I finished. So then I had to come up here and put like 10 stitches up here. So you can see those darker purple, that's 209. So I had to put in 12 stitches there, which worked out to be exactly 500. Now I have to figure out what I'm going to stitch for the homework, which is 1,000 stitches on Something You Love. So I thought about bringing out a big project, but I don't want to, except for maybe George. So I'm kind of, it's either going to be Sparkling Peacock or Aurora or George. So might be George, since I'll have time probably to finish him. No, not finish him. I should have time, I think, to finish the project, but I might pick something else just in case I don't, because I can still stitch on him as a ultimate extra credit. Because I did finish one, and so now I'm kind of in between. So we'll see. Kind of what I'm kind of feeling Aurora at the moment, but I do love Sparkling Peacock as well. So I guess it'll be a surprise what I'm doing next. Sorry if you can hear the air going off. It's like 97 degrees today. Like we went from winter to summer real quick. But then it's supposed to be, so it was really yesterday. It was windy in the morning, which is what our valley is known for, but it got super, super hot in the afternoon, and now it's going to be hot until, I think, either Wednesday or Thursday. So it's going to be like near 100, and then it gets down in the 70s again this weekend, which will be great because we're going to be in Disneyland, so I hate it when it's hot in Disneyland. So I'm excited for it to get cool again. But it's kind of crazy that it just came in so fast, because we were in the 60s and 70s for a long time, which was amazing. But then it just passed basically right by the 80s and went right into the 90s. So it did at one point say it was 100 today. I think it was just because my car was in the sun. So I don't think it actually got up to that, but it's definitely like 97, so it's close. Anyway, I think that's all I have for now. I am going to pick a project and start stitching on it. I have, like I said, probably will not be seeing you guys tomorrow unless I see you in the car on the way down, but I don't have a mount to really do that, so it'll probably be more like while I'm waiting for my husband to, I'll say pick me up, but while I'm waiting for my husband to come out of his work, because I usually get there and I have like 10 minutes or whatever to kill. So then I might actually take one of my because both of those projects are easy to take, so I might just take those. So you guys might see me tomorrow and I'll show you what I finished. If I get it a good, like feel like I got a good amount done and I'm at a good stopping place, then I will do some of my designs for my Cricut and cut out some of those Iron-Ons. Sorry guys, it's been a long day. But yeah, so I do have to get up early tomorrow, so I'm going to try to go to bed about 9-ish. I just finished that good book. I started another, which is for the historical fiction. I'm still trying to get into it, but it's based on Sarah Winchester, who built the crazy Winchester Mansion in San Jose. If you've never heard about that, go check it out. It's pretty awesome. Basically, her house was built by ghosts, like in real life. She would have seances every night, and then they would tell her what to build. And so, since there was no blueprint, there's like walls or doors that open onto solid walls and windows over the kitchens, like as a skylight, but there's no sky above. It's another house or another room. But I'm reading, like, basically the story, so it's fiction because, like, we don't know what she was thinking. She was a very private woman, so somebody wrote what she'd be feeling at the time and stuff, and I didn't realize how old she was. I mean, I knew she was old, but yeah, she was alive during the Civil War and stuff, so that's kind of interesting to read, but it's also a little bit more supernatural than I would have expected, so I don't know. And it's told in an interesting way, so the name of it is, stand by just a second, The Possession of Sarah Winchester, which now that I realize, like, I knew there would be supernatural elements to it. I didn't think, I don't know what I thought. Because obviously the title makes sense. Maybe I wasn't paying too close attention to the titles because there are requirements for books. Like, they need to be a certain length and they need to be under a certain heading for some of them. So since this one is historical fiction, I had to, like, make sure it was something that worked. And this is the only one that did, so I wasn't really paying attention to titles, I guess. I was just making sure it met all the requirements, which this one does. It's 290 pages, I think. I think they're supposed to be 250. Hi, baby. Yeah, it's like 290 pages. I was looking more for something about the house itself, but this is definitely more like before she built the house, like her early life. Hi. What's the matter? You sad? You don't want to go out. It's hot out. Yeah, so I'm only like it's done in stages. So it's like her childhood, her debutante era. Now she's like, she still isn't married yet, but she's like early marriage. So it's like, you know, a couple of chapters in each area of her life, I guess. So I'm in the third area of her life, and I'm on chapter 2. So I think I'm about a third of the way through it, yeah. So we'll see. It's interesting enough for me to keep reading, but I'm not usually a historical girl at all. So once I'm done with this, I think I have 2 more books. Well, I have 2 more, I think, extra credit books, but then I still have to read the Harry Potter book, and I still have to read, which this is my favorite Harry Potter book. So I'm excited to read it, and I think that's why I'm kind of saving it for last. And then I still have to read the large book, which I think will be A Throne of Glass, possibly. But they are talking right now about what they want to do for next year, like what book series, and Throne of Glass was one of the ones that was up there, or that was suggested. So that one, the 500 Kingdoms series, which I love, I don't think that one will pass though. And then the Percy Jackson, which I have not read, but I've been wanting to. So those 3 are all my top choice. Yeah, I think I'm going to use one of the Thrones of Glass for the big book, because I think there was only one stipulation: it had to be over so many pages. But then I think that's it. I have those 2, The Key on the cover, which I have a book I had bought called The Invisible Library that I'll be trying to read. And then I think I have the food on the cover. And that's all I have left, so. Anyway, I've just been getting through this one. I try not to read too many books at one time. I would rather get lost in the stories than just try to read a bunch of different parts, if that makes sense. Yeah, I've got like 3 more weeks to do it, so I'm not too worried about it, I don't think. Because the reading will be easy. Once I'm in Disneyland, I can just read I can read in line if I want to, because all my books, well, 2 of my books, no, 3 of my books are on Kindle, and then I can like rent the Harry Potter book as well, so I don't have to take that physical copy in. But so I can read at night in the hotel and stuff, because my mom and my nieces will be going to bed a lot earlier than us. So I'll probably take the physical copy just in case, but yep, should be, I think, pretty easy to get through it. We'll see. But anyway, I have talked your ear off, so I will be going, and I'm going to see you all possibly tomorrow. If not, I will have news about my interview and what Star Wars Land is like the next day, which is Wednesday. Oh, and we just found out that the Pasadena trip that everybody was supposed to take Thursday and Friday is not happening anymore. I guess San Diego, our schools down there, had to close all of a sudden because of a court ruling. So they're putting all their efforts into that. But I was already given permission to not come in on those days. And I'm going to have plans I already made, so I can't come in. I'm still getting paid, but I'm not going in. Like, I was already given the okay to do that. And honestly, there's no point in me going in anyway. So I already made plans right now with you guys to stitch. So, alright, I will talk to you guys tomorrow, or I will see you on Wednesday. Bye! Hey guys, welcome back. It is, what is today? Wednesday, the 12th. It's 4:30. It's been a long day. We went to Disneyland last night. I didn't do any, God, my shirt's I'm a mess today. Didn't do any stitching last night. Because I was feeling a little nauseous in the car, and so I just didn't stitch on the way down. And then we ended up leaving the park at about 11:30. By the time we got in the car, it was about 12-ish, so we got home at like 1:15. So I was way too tired to try to stitch in the car, and it was dark anyway, so. But I did get some done. I finished, I think, just under 500 stitches on, what night was that? Monday night. So I've been working in this middle section. Sorry, there's something a little off with my chair, so it makes me turn when I'm not holding it in place. Finish this section right here with this darker purple. I don't think finishing it will get me to 1,000 stitches, so I'm going to then work on, I guess I'll take it out. Apparently I finished this color, but I didn't repeat it over here, so then I'll just repeat this color, which is a blend. I think because once I finished it, I was able to put in this back stitch, and the back stitch ended up there, so that's what I'm going to work on next. For right now, I'm going to work on the teacher's gifts, because I'm hoping I can give them to them Friday. My interview last night did not go well. They basically told me that like when I first went in for the interview, I have a K through 8 multiple subject credential, and they said that they were hoping, like that they noticed that, and that they were really looking for a K through 12 multiple subject credential, which as far as I'm aware doesn't exist in my state, unless it's like some super specialized degree. It's either K through 8 multiple or 9 through 12 single. I have no idea. But I don't think I would want that job anyway, because they want me to travel to East LA 4 times a week, which is really far. And I'm not willing to do that, really. So I'm going to keep job searching. I have not heard from the other one yet, so I'm kind of thinking that one might be a wash, because they said they'd let me know by Friday, and they haven't told me anything yet, which is usually a bad sign. That's okay. Just keep on plugging on. I said I hoped I see the teachers on Friday. However, we basically got, I don't know if I told you this or not, so I'm going to keep it super brief. We got told that, I don't think I did tell you guys, but some of our schools in Pasadena were closed, or sorry, not Pasadena, in San Diego had to be closed because one of the districts there, or cities, I don't remember which one it was, but they closed their door, or they shuttered all charter schools in the city. So we had to close 3 of our sites, and they're scrambling to try to figure out how to take care of the students and the staff. So they canceled the big Pasadena meeting that they were supposed to have tomorrow and Friday. I had gotten prior approval for tomorrow and Friday to not come in, and I would still get paid. And so I was planning on going to breakfast on Friday with the rest of the teachers. Well, they pulled me in for a review on yesterday, which makes no sense, because why are you going to give me a review when you're letting me go in a week or two? At the end of it, my boss asked me, have we heard from HR? I said, no, we still have no idea when our last day is or anything like that. She said, oh, I didn't realize that. Let me call HR. So then she calls the superintendent and has her call HR, because that's how this lady rolls. And she said she'll call HR. We still haven't heard anything. My last day could be Friday, which I think is what they were assuming. But they also thought all the teachers would be there Friday so they could give us a farewell party. But the teachers aren't there most Fridays, which took them completely by surprise, because the teachers are part-time and they just come in whenever they want, which it's always worked so far. But they didn't realize that nobody was going to be there on Friday, which just shows that they don't understand that we don't, like, how we work, which is why we were shut down. So then I asked, like, since none of the teachers are going to be there, like, how, like, am I okay to still not come in? Like, we told all of our students that today was our last day with them. Like, do I still need to come in? She's like, well, yeah, everybody needs to come in. I'm like, well, I already made plans because I was told I would still get paid to not come in. So she's like, well, when is, she's like, well, so she said it's going to depend on when your last day is, because she didn't know. My boss, principal of the school, didn't know if our last day was Friday or 2 weeks from now, which is when we generally have our, like, we have our summer break week, and then we have a week of closeouts. So we can finish all of our reports, report cards, grading, all of that. But they were trying to get everybody done, like, with report cards this Friday, but we still have students technically enrolled until Friday. So basically nobody has any idea what's going on. So she said me being off tomorrow and Friday would depend on our last day of school. So I didn't hear anything all morning, emailed my boss, still have no idea. And I'm kind of afraid that if she says, I'll pay you, but you don't have to come in, that I won't come in, and then she won't pay me. Which, since I haven't found another job yet, is kind of important. So, but obviously I don't want to go in if I don't have to. Anyway, so I'm going to work on the teacher's gifts this afternoon, hoping I can give them to them on Friday, because I'm worried I won't have time tomorrow. And then they're going to make me go in. So if I do have to go in tomorrow, I guess I'll just take my cross-stitching, because I emptied out my desk today and basically took everything I need. Basically, this whole situation is just a mess. So yeah, I'm going to work on those. So I'm going to make the little bags for them, and I found sayings for each one that I think will like fit each teacher. Sign the cards and everything, like write up notes in the cards and stuff tonight, and hopefully I'll get some stitching in, because hopefully that'll go relatively fast. But I'll show you the bags when I'm done with them, probably tomorrow. And then we have family coming into town on Friday, so I will come to you guys tomorrow, and I will come to you guys Friday morning, or not morning, but like early afternoon, and then that'll be my last clip of this vlog. So anyway, I will see you guys maybe later on tonight. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow, hopefully morning, because hopefully I have the whole day to stitch, but we'll see. Anyway, you guys are great. Thank you for listening to me blab for this whole, well, last vlog and this whole vlog. I know it's going to be a long one, so I'm apologizing now. I know I would say that I was going to try not to make them super long, but there's been a lot that's been going on. I'm sorry if it bored you guys. I've been trying to keep it as short as I can while keeping everybody informed, because it's kind of a whole, like, I could make a drama out of this, I feel like, at this time. So hopefully it's entertaining to you. If not, I apologize. Let me know, and I will make my next set of vlogs, hopefully, job free as much as I can. Alright. You guys are great. Love you all. I will see you guys all later. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Thursday, the 13th. Happy Dark Friday stitching. I won't be Dark Friday stitching because I have to get my Aurora finished tonight. I didn't do any stitching last night, but I finished 2 bags. I have 3 more that I need to make. But I did take my stitching into work today. Yeah, you heard that right. Finished up my started and finished up my thank you cards at work. I knew I wasn't going to have any students, so I brought stuff to do. And I finished, and then I did like 100 stitches on Aurora. But then I decided I really wanted to write a letter to the upper people at my work, because this is just ridiculous. So I know I told you guys that I was told I didn't have to come in today and tomorrow, but then was told I might have to. So everything was up in the air, so I sent an email to my principal yesterday asking her if I still had to come in since I had the prior approval of not, and she said, I didn't hear anything, so I decided I'm just going to go in just in case. And it turns out that was a good thing, because she finally wrote me back at 2:30 today saying that I needed to come in for my 9-hour shift. Sorry, my 9 o'clock a.m. shift. You're going to send me an email at 2:30 saying that I needed to be there this morning. How does that make any sense? And she even put, like, I knew she knew what she was talking about, because she even put, so all employees need to come in June 13th and 14th for their normal shift. So I'm not going in tomorrow. So I did email her back and I said, well, I did come in today, like, reiterating it's today. Does she know it's the 13th already? But that I had put in a request for time off for tomorrow because I'm not going in. It's Friday, it's our last day of school, there's no kids there. I have plans. I made plans because I was told you don't have to come in for your shift. I will pay you, but you can stay at home. Ugh, mind baffling. So anyway, I'm going to finish up the letter, and then I'm going to, sorry, I got an email, so I got distracted. It's not even an important one. I'm going to finish up those other 3 bags. I'm going to show you the 2 that I did make. I'm not going to show you Aurora because it's 100 stitches in the same spot. So I made this bag. I would have had time to make more. This one took a long time to weed. It doesn't look perfect. Like, this is a little spaced, but I don't know. I might try to put a book there if I can figure out how to do that with the material I have left. The vinyl that I have left. And then I did this one for one of the teachers who's a photographer. So I've got 3 more to make. I've got them planned. I've got all of the bags themselves. I had forgotten to wash them, and so that took a while. So I washed those, got the 2 designs made, but then my husband took the cats outside, which I always have to help him, like, make sure they stay in the yard. Babysit, I guess, technically. Would it be babysitting? Technically, they're my cats as well, so I guess it's parenting. But yeah, and they were a little reluctant to come in, so I think we were out there for like 2 hours, so that's how I only got 2 done. So I'm going to finish up the other 3 tonight, finish writing the letter to upper management so that I can have it for tomorrow in case anybody wants to read it, /sign it, whatever they want to do. I need to edit the letter too. It's basically just a big vomit of everything that has gone wrong this year. And not even gone wrong, things that were not handled correctly by our management team. Because we really just, as you guys know, this year has just been awful because our people don't know what the hell they're doing, basically. So make sure that sounds professional and well written and all that. And then hopefully I'll get some stitching in, but if not, I'll get some stitching in tomorrow. So I will see you guys then. Actually, I might see you guys tonight because I want to show you the other 3 bags. So I will come back to you later on tonight since I'm going to give them the bags tomorrow morning at breakfast. And we know my ass is not getting up early. So I'll see you guys later on tonight. I am a big fat liar. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Friday the 14th. It's 8:30-ish in the morning. I have to leave right after I film this video to go to my breakfast. It starts at 9:30, but I'm going to pick up some champagne on the way for mimosas. Got my coffee. Which I'm sure they're going to have there, but you can never have too much coffee. Finished my letter last night. Finished the bags that I was making, so I just need to, I'm not going to wrap them. I'm probably just going to tie a string, like fold them up nice, tie a string around it, if I even do that, and put the card on top of each one. So I'm going to show you those. Because yeah, after I finished making them, it was about 7:30. We went to dinner, got back at around 8:30, like just picking up dinner. Then by the time we ate, I don't know where the hell the time went, and like did like a little bit of last minute cleaning. It was already like 10 o'clock. And so I was like, well, It's a little too late to start stitching. So I just went to bed and read for a little bit. So for the other 3 bags I made, one of our teachers is a huge Dodgers fan. And these all sparkle. You can kind of see it in the D there. That's what she said. So let's go Dodgers. This was the hardest one for me because I know she cross stitches, but she just had a baby and so she hasn't cross stitched in a long time. Not nearly to the amount that we do. But I know she also plays video games, board games. So I don't need to get a life, I'm a gamer. I have lots of lives. And then did like little heart containers that a lot of games use. And then the last one that I did, this teacher watches a ton of Hallmark movies. So keep calm and watch Hallmark movies. Like that's her favorite thing to do. She watches other stuff too, like I got her into watching Sabrina, the old one. She started watching the new one and didn't like it, but I don't know, I forget if she went back and like rewatched it. Because I told her the second season wasn't nearly as dark, I guess, as the first one. Sorry guys, it's my first cup of the morning, so since I have to leave, I gotta chug it. It's delicious though. So those are the 3 that I made. I thought they turned out really well. I didn't make a book for the other one. A, because I forgot, and B, because I kind of just didn't want to. My husband was ready to go eat, and I'm like, alright, I just gotta finish up these bags. And if I get back on time, I'll do more. I'll like do the book, but yeah, just don't know where time went last night. Seems to be a problem with me lately. I finished up the letter, so I'm going to take that with me. We're still not sure who to send it to. And actually, the teachers don't even know that I wrote the letter, but I didn't put anybody's names in or anything like that. I just said the home study team in Simi Valley. So excuse me. So we'll see. I asked one of the other teachers last night and she said I should definitely write the letter, but and she had a couple of people to send it to. Because it wasn't just my administration, it wasn't just the principal, it was the superintendent as well. The superintendent not so much, but still was a part of it. So like I got the name of her boss, and like really I want it to go to the top people because they have no idea what's going on, but I feel like they have no idea what's going on. But I wouldn't know how to get hold of them. So she also suggested sending it to HR, but I don't think they would be able to do anything with it. I don't know. I'll talk to the other teachers and see what they think. But that way they can sign it if they want to. They don't have to. I wanted everything to be anonymous enough that nobody like destroys future prospects, but that they still know that it wasn't just like it's not a letter from one person just complaining like they were so mean to me. Like one teacher, I said I was writing a letter and she didn't even read it or know anything because she just happened to be there while I was doing it. So she's like, I'll sign it. I'm sure everybody will. But yeah, so I'm going to take that with me, see if anybody wants to do it. It ended up being 4 pages, which is a lot, but there was a lot to explain. So yeah, gonna go to the store. I do need to buy some more coffee. We'll probably come back after breakfast and do a little bit more cleaning, because I always feel like the house is never clean enough when we do have people. Need to clean up my craft area again. And I think I'm gonna run by the dollar store so I can get a little pencil holder cup thing, or I'll just grab one of my old mugs, so that I can have all my pens that I need on the craft table, because I've got that back there, but it's kind of too big for the craft table, and I'd like to keep them separated. So, like, as far as like what pens I'm using at the time, because I've got highlighters, I've got the friction pens, permanent markers, actual pens, and I use them all for all different stuff, so that way I can just kind of switch them out with whatever project I'm doing. Like, I have a bunch of glitter pens in there that, like, not pens, but like the actual like glue glitter markers that I'm never going to use, or not never, but I'm not going to use on a consistent basis. So I don't want those on my desk taking up space. And I need to find a place to put my candles, like the ones I'm not using, because that's taking up a lot of room on here, I've realized. And I need to find a, like, figure out a makeup holder. So, because I do all my makeup in here as well. So anyway, that's enough jabbering from me. I'm going to end this series of clips here, because next, like starting today basically until next Saturday, I won't be doing probably a whole lot of filming, because we have family in town. I might bring my nieces on here to say hi. They're pretty adorable. And this is bugging me really bad. It's like popped, it's flat, but it's still red. It's driving me nuts. And I might bring my mom on here. I'm trying to get her into cross stitching. It's not being very successful, but the first piece she wanted to do was a Haid, so. Well, she cross stitched blankets for all of her nieces and nephews, so that's 7 blankets she did, and I think she got burnt out on it. But I'm trying to get her into counted cross stitch, so. But she's always complaining that she's bored at home, and I'm like, hello, do some cross stitching. Fighting an uphill battle. But maybe I'll do the cross stitch quiz with her. That'd be interesting, since she cross stitches but only has ever done stamped. That might be fun. Maybe I'll get my husband and my mom on here and we'll do one of those. And maybe I'm sure my nieces will want to play too. Maybe we'll make a thing out of it. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. And for this week, I hope you guys enjoyed I did get, really quick, I did get a response back from one of the jobs. She said I was second in line, so she's expecting they might have another opening depending on what their enrollment is like over the summer, so she said she's going to keep me in mind for the second. So it's not a job, but at least I know I don't suck at interviewing. I've actually come in second for a lot of jobs, which is interesting. Not this particular go around, because I've only gone to 2 interviews so far, but in previous ones I'm always second, which is very interesting. So alright, that is all I have for you guys for this week. I hope you all have a good weekend. I hope you all, I'm gonna try to get this posted today. Thank you guys for all your comments on the last video, saying you'd keep me in your thoughts and prayers. I will keep you posted in my next set of vlogs. Thank you for liking, subscribing. If you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments, or if you just want to say hi, leave them in the comments. Like this video if you liked it, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye!